but he actually spoke to us, which was great.
He really hung back last night, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, it was in. I wrote an AP print piece today, and I was writing how it was wonderfully respectful of him. I thought to not want to take the spotlight away.
I know, it's so sweet.
He's executive producer of the movie, and I just thought this is fair. And of course, and who knows more about acting, and he, of course, dissected your performance work. It was really cool, and I better shut up. Okay,
No,
so
what?
this is...
This it all counts.
Yeah,
Okay.
so this is for AP, and I apologize for the basic nature of this, but it's going to be translated into a lot of languages, so I have
Sure.
to keep the answers really simple, and I know you've answered these a million times today, so I apologize in advance.
No problem.
In a nutshell,
Another
Transamerica is about what?
Transamerica is about a transgendered woman. I mean, the actual story is a transgendered woman who has a wicked sense of humor and is very funny and very uptight, who discovers that she has sired a son earlier. And she comes to rescue her son, and they take a cross-country road trip together, and they become family.
The word is that this role was actually sort of originally conceived for a man. Is that right?
No.
No, it's not.
Duncan always wrote this for a woman. He has a close friend who he found out later in the friendship was transgendered. A light bulb went off. He felt that when he wrote this movie, he wanted to honor transgendered women who are truly women, feel that they are women. It would be like somebody doing my life story and they cast Paul Bettany, and you go, well, he's fantastic, but he's a guy. So he really wanted to honor women, and he felt that the men playing women has been done, and he wanted to bring a different truth to it.
A lot of people have sort of made a lot of your look and how daring it is and everything else. And in talking to you, I think that you're the only one who sort of doesn't treat it as if it's a big deal, as if it was.
I don't think it is a big deal. I don't think it's a big deal at all. I don't even understand the question. I mean, that's what the part called for, and I had nothing to hold precious. It's not like I was some beauty and I was going, oh my God, people are going to see me as this. There was really nothing at risk, except that I failed, except that I wouldn't succeed, and I wouldn't do a true representation of that community. I mean, that would be a serious failure, but in terms of my personal look, no.
So this is not a vanity issue. And I think that's what people are talking about. And I mean, even some of your co-stars are saying it's just amazing that she did this. Because, I mean, you are a beautiful woman. And so... I've
had a lot of help. I'm a normal-looking woman. I mean, I look fine, and I like my face, but I've never been a beauty, and that's just not what I was born with. I mean, I like my face. I'm not going, but so it wasn't really like I had something to risk.
I don't think that it can be denied that the success of the TV show is doing good things for this movie.
Oh my God, I don't know what Transamerica did in its past life that was good, but it must have been something to be riding the, it really helps to have Desperate Housewives in its corner rooting for it.
And it's a good thing, and I feel almost, frankly, sort of silly mentioning that TV show here because this is about this movie, but I think that it's sort of the one legitimate thing that we can talk about in terms of the ties that bind, last night being a great example.
Yeah, I'm happy to talk about Desperate Housewives. One, I'm really proud to be a part of it. I love that job. I'm the luckiest girl in the world. One, that I get to act, Mark Cherry's writing every week, and two, that people are watching it every week. And I could only hope that those people that like Desperate Housewives will come and give Transamerica a shot. Because you think what you're going to go into is a tough, independent, this is going to be hard to watch, but good for me, but upsetting. And it's not. It's an easy watch. It's heartwarming. It's a funny road movie.
Bless your heart. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I do appreciate it. You are really... It was quite a nice party.
You got mine. Stand by.
And within the single, please, sir. Hello. Oh, Lord. Okay. So, your director said...
What did my director say?
That he initially didn't cast you because he thought you were too pretty.
Yeah, that's what he said.
I mean, did they come up to you and say, sorry, you're too attractive, we're really not thinking about you?
Usually I think they're lying. Although, I don't know, I mean, for this, there's a certain level of street hustlers that, not that they aren't attractive, but they just have a beaten up quality about them, and I think it was less that I was attractive as it was that maybe I seemed a little too fresh-faced for him when I first went in, because I was obviously I just showered because that's what I do on a daily basis. But I didn't go in character, which was probably the mistake I made at first. And when I went home and put myself on tape, I made sure that I greased up my hair and tried to look like Toby. And I think that I had a vision in my head. I just don't think it was as easy for him to see when he met me that I was capable of pulling it off. So, and I, to be honest, didn't even know if I was capable of pulling it off until I did that tape. So.
I mean, what were the big challenges? What made you say, geez, maybe I can't do this?
I think it's a lofty task to, well, once I found out Felicity was doing it, I knew how great she was going to be. So that in and of itself is challenging to kind of stand up and be your own actor and do your own thing when somebody's giving a performance like that. But also I knew that I'm nothing like Toby in real life. We could not be farther from, we couldn't be polar opposite. We're just polar opposites in terms of the way that we deal with things. And, but I just used as whatever small similarities we had in terms of the fact that we both crave attention was one of the things that, I mean, obviously most actors do. That's why we do what we do. But Toby is very in need of love, which is another thing that I found that we had a similarity of, and I think that I just used what I knew of the kids that I met, and tried to just create this kid who, and Felicity and Duncan helped me as well, to just make him seem as real and not so beat up that you didn't like him, but just beat up enough that you felt bad for him.
Because of the process of making movies and rehearsals and everything else, you probably don't have the same sort of moment that we do when we first see Felicity.
Mm-hmm.
Do you recall first seeing Felicity in this character?
I don't, because I think I was so gradually we rehearsed for a couple of weeks before, and I had heard the voice, and we had worked on almost everything, probably 10 times over by the time we had finished rehearsing, because most of the stuff obviously is just Felicity and I. So, but I do remember we did the camera test, and I thought, wow, they're putting a lot of makeup on her, and that was my first reaction. And then they're like, yeah, I think that's the way it's going to be the whole time. And I was like, wow, and then when they tucked the wig behind her ears was also another kind of shocking moment where I kind of. And I mean, I can't give Felicity enough credit for just throwing all kind of vanity aside and just saying, I want to make the best movie possible, and I want to be this character as much as possible, and I don't care if I don't look my best or if you have to go in on a tight close-up of my nose or, she just said, whether it was to do with the nudity, I think both of us, were collaboratively said, let's just do this and do it properly, and let's not cut any corners, and because I don't think this is a movie you really can, or else it just doesn't work. So,
Thank you for this.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
The best to you.
Pleasure.